Let's talk about collapse and rebirth. So, I'm Kylie, and I've never formally introduced myself on here, but I have the podcast Femme Flow, and that is a podcast where I talk about all the secrets of the universe and we explore all of that good stuff. But that whole podcast seriously tracks my own spiral up. And it's truly the story of my own collapse and my own rebirth and the entire journey of it. It's so crazy how it worked out, but literally all divine guidance. It's crazy, but I see all of these different points throughout my life that really create this web that once you get to a certain point and you look back, you see all the dots that created this intricate web. And it's really amazing. But one of the really important points on this web is in my mid-20s, I had like a catalytic spiritual awakening that just changes the entire course of your life. I think like a lot of other people's spiritual awakenings, it happened when I was going through a really hard moment where it felt like every important pillar of my life that I tied identity to was like collapsing. Like, oh my gosh, okay, like it was really hard. I won't get into details, but I'm not kidding. I was sitting there crying, and I don't know if it was literally a voice or in my head or what it was, but I heard a voice whisper, "It's all going to be okay." And literally that stopped me in my tracks. I stopped crying. I looked around. I was like, what was that? And literally I just had this sense of peace wash over me. I knew everything would be okay. I just felt held, like I felt a presence there, just so peaceful. And from that moment on, I literally just surrendered and allowed and thought, okay, it's okay if I don't know where I'm going. Like, it all will be okay. I just felt like completely guided and like it was all happening for a reason. And so that all started unfolding, and that came with a lot of different points, obviously. It didn't just all happen overnight. It happened over years. I'm 31 now. But I just followed that path, and I followed my intuition and followed this instinct and divine guidance. And then that ultimately led to me starting a podcast, Femme Flow. And at the time, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Like, I don't have insight for people. Like, I'm trying to figure out myself. And I started the introduction episode and just went one episode at a time. And every time some download would come or I'd have something pop up to talk about, I never had to really research it or, brainstorm really. So that was crazy. And then as I started going, like especially now looking back, it seems like there was this whole grand strategy I had because everything makes total sense. Like, you literally spiral up. It's crazy. It all makes total sense. And I did not have a grand strategy. I'm sure divinely there was a strategy, but I didn't know it. So that's really cool to see. And like I said, it tracks my spiral up. And I think it's so helpful because I know other people are going through the same thing. And I really hope it just reaches the people it's meant to and can help others. And that if others relate, they follow and they reach out to me. But truly, it's amazing. And I think this is great advice for other people. I'm sure a lot of people relate to the whole concept of once you get to a certain point, you look back and see how all of this was so divinely orchestrated, you couldn't have planned it better. But I think this is a great lesson for younger people too, because often you just have to start on the path. You have to start walking and just trust and learn how to truly connect within, because that's where we find God. We find God within. He's not some outside person we need to please. We actually find God when we find our way back to ourselves. So I think that's really beautiful. So just start taking action, learn how to get silence, truly connect to yourself, connect to God that way. And go step by step. You don't need to figure it all out, because I promise you're going to get to a point where you look back and all these dots connect and you're like, I could not have planned that myself. This was totally a divine thing. So yeah, but anyways, that's some of my story, and I really just want to help others. I want to connect to others. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. And if you want to listen to more of my story or see how this all unfolded and spiraled up, you can listen to my podcast. It's called Femme Flow, and you can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Podbean. I think pretty much everywhere where podcasts are found. But follow me so you can follow along. I love you all. It's nice to finally actually meet you on camera.